Hey there. So I think I'm gonna entitle this video like thoughts on how to potentially eliminate poverty. And uh, yeah. So with that, I guess I'll say my thoughts, and I guess then I'll my call to action will be to to think about it yourself. And actually, I guess the question is, me as one human being on this earth, 1 out of 7 billion, that's a lot of humans. What could I do today to take action to try and reduce poverty? One, I'm trying to create this video, at least so people will be thinking about it. Uh, you know, um, what was it called? Jeffrey Sachs, I think, wrote a book called like The End of Poverty. I'll look it up real quick. Jeffrey Sachs, um, End of Poverty. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's called The End of Poverty, Economic Possibilities for Our Time. So he takes a very governmental approach, I believe. I read this book a while ago. In fact, I have it somewhere still. It was a good book. I should get it out again. But yeah, economic. So he takes sort of an economic perspective. I think he worked with the Clinton administration. I recommend the book. Maybe I'll do a book review of that at some point. But anyway, so you could buy that book and read it. That's one option. There's probably a digital version now. And actually, yeah, I'm clicking on the Amazon link, and actually, there is no Kindle edition. That's unfortunate. Looks like you can get an MP3 CD or an audio edition still quite a bit. So yeah, so it's a lot of money. And it's unfortunate. There's so many good books out there, that have so much good information, but they all cost money. I mean, I think it'd be sort of nice if more of this information was ad supported, or subscription based, or ad supported with an optional subscription to not have ads. I think that's probably ideal. So that's sort of a side note. But yeah, so action you could take today. I think there was a program online. It's called like Free Rice, and you like answer questions, and yeah, freerice.com, and you help end poverty that way. You could also donate money to probably organizations. Now I'd be curious what organizations you can actually donate money to like reduce poverty in other countries. And partially part of the issue is, I think, other nations, their governments are set up, or there's either corruption in the country, or governments are set up to not support ending poverty, ending hunger, and ending famine. Sometimes I think part of it's sort of like has to do with the supply chain. I'm not an expert on this, but I'm still trying to at least brainstorm on this topic. And also, so in the United States, theoretically, there's homelessness, but I think at least with the current administration, pretty much, I think in most states people get food stamps, so you at least get fed, and so you at least won't die of starvation. But then shelter is an issue. One thing, I think Mike Gravel was a Democratic candidate in like '04 or '08 or 2000. Can't remember which one, but he supported like a minimum income and a minimum income. A guaranteed minimum income is one term for it, I believe. But so in that sense, as long as you're not spending it all on drugs or alcohol or something foolish, you could have a house over your head, and you could have what's it called, food on your table. Now health insurance. So Obamacare passed, I guess. So that is, in one sense, a way of reducing sort of the poverty, at least in the sense of people who are not as, probably more people will get insurance because of this, and it'll cost the country a lot of money, and hopefully, it can be done in an economically sound way, so the United States, the United States does not have tremendous amounts of debt. But in that sense, one way, if it works out as sort of planned, it could be a way of reducing poverty in the sense of improving people's health, because even if you have food on your table and shelter, food, shelter, clothing, if you're not healthy, you're still sort of living in a impoverished state, in my eyes, in my opinion. So yeah, if it works out, great. If we can not have a huge amount of debt and help people be healthy, great. I don't care a whole lot one way or the other than I want people to be healthy. But as far as the debt and politics stuff, I don't care a whole lot. But I want people to be happy and healthy. But actual nitty-gritty politics I don't really care about. Maybe I should. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if, and so I guess, you know, you comment if you have some constructive comments on your ideas about how to, you know, your thoughts or ideas on how to end poverty. It's great. You know, ultimately, you know, fundamentally, you know, people need shelter, so housing of some sort, you know, food, clothing, water, clean water, yeah, food, yeah, I thought there was usually 5 things: food, water, shelter, clothing, something else, I don't know, but yeah, so I don't know, just if you have some constructive stuff to say, suggestions on how to take action today, great. You know, if it'd be nice if all humans could, you know, in some countries the average age of death is still like, what, 56 or 50 or 45. It's sad, and it'd be good, you know, even if they have housing and food and you know, whatever, that, whether it's because of, you know, disease or, you know, who knows why, malaria, you know, if they could have, you know, if they could live till, you know, the average age, if every human could live to a guaranteed 120, you know, then I think we could make the good case that, yeah, nobody's impoverished. So there, yeah, so there's lots of ideas, and so yeah, and I'm educated enough already. Like, it's probably too late for me to go back to school. But you know, if you've either never gone to college or university, never gone to graduate school, or you know, are thinking about it, or you're just in high school and you're about to be done with high school, yeah, think about studying something that you could really try to strategically you know, end poverty. And I have a few passions that I make videos about, you know, ending civil commitment, the insanity defense, high-risk research really fascinates me, you know, like warp drive stuff, which is in fusion, is high risk, but people do the research, money goes into it, and, you know, yeah, so anyway, that's about all I got right now. I don't really feel like saying any more about this right now. Just, these are my sort of thoughts on ending poverty, potentially. I hope this was fruitful to listen to for you, or watch and listen to. Anyway, I think I'll end it there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and please share this video with others, watch my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and you know, visit my website. So those are in the description. So that's all.